and welcome to my kitchen for another weekly video. This week's recipe, baklava, a traditional take on Middle Eastern cuisine with flaky phyllo dough, pistachios, and orange blossom flavor this delicious dessert. Let's get started. In goes 1 cup of pistachios into your food processor. Go ahead and pulse until you get some chunky bits and some finely ground bits. This is going to be for the filling, so you want to have a bit of texture to it. Reserve some finely ground pistachios for the topping. So into your container, you want to go ahead and place 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar and mix it well to combine, and then go ahead and set that aside. Working with phyllo dough pastry, be sure that it is thawed and still cool to the touch. I'm measuring for a 9 by 12 baking sheet. It's a quarter baking sheet, and so I'm going to cut into about 8 inches for my sheets, and I'm going to set that aside for now. Now to flavor our simple syrup, I have 1/2 cup of simple syrup here. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of orange blossom, or 1 capful to this. I'll go ahead and list the full measurement for how to make simple syrup, but it's basically sugar and water, a little bit of lemon, and here to flavor it. So once you go ahead and place that orange blossom in, give it a nice mix to combine, and pistachios and orange blossom are a match made in heaven. So set that aside to cool. Using 1/2 cup of flavorless oil, brush the bottom of your baking sheet so nothing sticks, and work with 1 phyllo sheet at a time, placing that gently and tapping the brush with your oil, removing any excess with the head of the brush around the perimeter, and then just gently brushing back and forth into the center, especially over the cracks. You definitely want to get the oil over those so that they can go ahead and bake nice and flaky. Don't worry about those cracks, they will not transfer. They will bake evenly, so just keep brushing that. And this is how baklava is made, layer upon layer. Do not use 2 sheets at a time. 1 sheet at a time will do. That's what's going to give you that nice flaky baklava that we love. So keep working. About 16 sheets goes for that first layer until you go ahead and top off with your filling. Now filling is the pistachio and sugar mixture that we made earlier. So you just want to sprinkle that from edge to edge until it is all covered over top. Next, using your hand to smooth and press down gently so that it's nice and even. And now the top layers is going to be another 1 sheet at a time. This is where you want to be extra careful and press down that phyllo dough because there's nuts underneath, so it does kind of move around a little bit. So just use your hand to press it down while you're brushing the oil. And you want to continue the same process, sheet upon sheet, layer after layer, until you have about 16 sheets for that second layer. Now you've pressed the edges with your oil and you're ready to slice using a super sharp knife. Press down from one edge, hold the pastry down with your other hand, and slide quickly and firmly to get through to the nuts and all those layers of phyllo dough. You need to press down to hold it firmly and then slide all the way. And you want to continue this until you have diagonals on one side. So press until you get it cut through, slide down, flip it around, and then this is where it gets a little bit tricky because you're working with pieces after pieces. Definitely to hold down, slide, hold down, slide, and then continue that process until you've cut your first diagonal on this side. So you don't want your knife to play, do not go up and down, just slide it. So then you want to hold it in place. It is a little messy, but absolutely worth it. Just keep going until all your diagonals are cut. Now, baking into a 350-degree Fahrenheit for 35 to 40 minutes gives you that golden finish, and then immediately go ahead and pour your simple syrup that is room temperature over top of a hot baklava. That's the key here. Room temperature simple syrup over hot baklava, and then immediately sprinkle on those ground pistachios. And there you have it. Crispy, flaky, nutty pistachio orange blossom. The flavor is just absolutely delicious and worth a try. It's a showstopper dessert, perfect for this time of year for the holidays. Let me know if you make it, how it comes out for you. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you with another new video next Monday.